Hi everybody, welcome back to Arma Reforger. Now in this video, which is aimed at our PlayStation brethren, our PlayStation cousins who have joined the Arma Reforger family, welcome. I want to show you how you can kind of play single player with mods on your console. I'll put a link in the description below this video to my tutorial video about how to add mods and basically how to set up a community server. The beauty with the community server is that you can invite your friends on, put it behind a password, and you can play whatever you like and have game master rights, that sort of stuff. But you might well just want to play around with stuff on your console. Now unfortunately we don't get to host servers on our console like you can on PC, so it's not quite as flexible, but you can still check out lots of things. So the key to this though is what you have to do is activate the mods before you jump into the scenario. So normally if we want to jump into a scenario, we would go here, wouldn't we, and we would scroll down and we would play the particular scenario we wanted to play, and we'd play it locally by ourselves. Now you've got to admit, conflict by yourself against bots isn't that much fun, but it's a good way of learning the game. Game Master is good fun by yourself. Again, you can spawn stuff in and just get used to driving vehicles and helicopters and all that sort of stuff. But if you want to do this with mods, we go to the workshop first and you get the mods you want, and then you come over to the mod manager here, as you can see here. And the beauty with this is that any mods that we enable will then be available in the game mode we want to play around with. So if I just disable all of these, okay, so let's say we want to where am I is like, this is one of the basic ones, isn't it? So I scroll down to where am I will be, because I've already subscribed to it in the shop. Now on Xbox it's X. I'm not sure what it will be on PlayStation, but it will tell you in the bottom right hand corner. So I enable that one, and then let's say we want, say let's have a look. Let's do something like the little bird. So let's enable that one. And what you'll notice when we enable it, it enables the dependencies as well, which is really cool. What else should we do? How about the T-72 main battle tank? Let's do that. So it's enabled that as well. So all those mods are enabled now. So what we can do is now we can go back and go into the scenarios. Now, unfortunately, if you were to go into, for example, conflict, when you play single-player conflict on your local server like this, at the moment anyway, at the time of recording the video, you don't get Game Master access, which is a shame. Whereas on PC, if you do, you have the option to host it, so you can get Game Master access. So that means things like Where Am I will work, and mods like Start Conflict as Lieutenant will work, but the other stuff, which requires custom spawns, won't work in the same way. So that's a bit of a bummer. But as you're playing single player, Game Master's probably the best one to do, because in Game Master you're literally spawning stuff in. So we're going to restart the scenario, and what we're going to be able to do here is we're going to have to place assets down, place a player down. We can place enemies down should we want to, and we can play around with these things. We can check out these mods before, if you like, even we try to install them on our remote server. You know, we could see whether they work properly. Are we happy with the quality? With lots of the mods that are made by PC players who don't have the opportunity to test things on console with a gamepad, do these things work on gamepad all right? So here we go. So I've got to remember my controls now. So let's go. Where should we go? Yeah, here's a nice big field to play around with, isn't it? Right, for start off with, let's just edit the scenario properties. So it's a nice sunny day. Automate weather, no. Weather like that. That's nice, isn't it? Look at that. Let's open the entity browser, and let's place down a soldier. Let's place down, and we'll place that as a player. So on Xbox we press and hold A. Not quite sure what it is on PlayStation, but if you look on the left hand side you should see that. And then what we'll do is we'll open up the entity browser again. We'll go over to vehicles, and then we'll find, oh, there's the little bird. Let's place a little bird down there. And then let's go into the entity browser again. Oop, wrong button. And let us find that nice T-72 main battle tank. Oh, yes, please. Suits you, sir. So let's put that down there. Let's play as the character. And there we are. Look at this. There is the modded little bird. What a fantastic looking helicopter. Isn't Arma Reforger an amazing game? And over here, we have the T72. But doesn't that look amazing in this location? Doesn't it look fantastic? Absolutely brilliant. Let's see. How do we get in? Oh, I can't get in. Why can't I get in? Get in, driver. Okay. Let's go to third person. Off we go. How cool is this? I'm not quite sure how we stop engine. I don't know how we swap to the gunner seat. Oh. I don't think that went well for us. Something not very good. But that's a great example there of how we tried something out. It's not obvious. You can swap to the gunner seat or even get out safely when you're in it. So, we would do some playing around with it and do stuff like that. So, there we go. As you can see, that's how you could play with mods, single player, on your PlayStation 5 server, and have a muck around. Now remember, if you do want to play things modded with your friends on your own server, on console, whether that be PlayStation or Xbox, you do end up having to rent your own Nitrado server. And then you can apply mods and you put a password against it, and then you can spawn in, you can play whatever game mode you like, or Game Master, that sort of thing, and you can load the mod you like as well. Right, so there we go. Hopefully you found this video useful. Again, apologies that I've talked about things in terms of Xbox controls when I'm aiming this at PlayStation, but as I say, I don't have, unfortunately, a PlayStation 5 to talk about this stuff with. Maybe I'll get one, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you have, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and of course I'll see you again soon.